taking action for you.
Good evening, I'm Rochelle Alleyne. The Bucks starting their postseason run in style with a dominating performance against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Lewis says there actually used to be an on-ramp to the I-4 right here off of 40th Street, and she says after it was closed, there was an immediate and negative impact on minority businesses in this area.
Dennis, we know you're an overachiever, right? But for anybody else who hasn't put up their lights or their decorations, do we still have time? Do we still have some good weather? We're told this was Allegiant Flight 227 from Asheville, North Carolina. Just a few minutes ago, Allegiant confirming to us that 2 passengers and 2 members of the flight crew were injured. What a difference a day makes. This was the scene on Saturday night after the Florida State football team won the ACC championship game, wrapping up their season with a perfect 13-0 record. But fast forward 24 hours, and that celebration was replaced with misery.
Now, if you have questions about the maps they're considering or even suggestions, the district is holding a series of community meetings to get your input. The next one is set for November 16th.
Florida has always been a popular choice for retirement. We have warm weather, nice beaches, and low taxes. But some experts now say retirees are leaving the state. People in this neighborhood say they'll be hugging their loved ones a little tighter tonight after that shootout left a man shot in plain sight near a busy intersection. And that's it for now, but we're always on abcactionnews.com. Good Morning America is next. We'll see you back here at 9 a.m.
The incredible power of wind and water was on full display Wednesday in the aftermath of Idalia in Hernando County.
So it was pretty deep if I was able to kayak, you know what I mean?
Leaving some, like Caroline Cook, to make the best.
It was actually really fun. I recommend.
Of the destruction.
I mean, it was really sad. I felt like I've lived here my whole life. It's just like your childhood's kind of being like torn down, you know what I mean?
And its destruction that revealed the even more powerful force of Community Wednesday.
You could smell wires burning. In fact, at first I thought it might be an electric car or something.
As neighbors fought post-storm flames in a vacant home using an airboat and a pressure washer.
They got it where it was kind of staying under control. And I'll tell you, they saved this whole block because the way the smoke was shooting north, it would have gone house to house to house to house.
And while some might call it superhuman,
it was pretty cool. You had like a little superhero coming down the road.
Others say in Hernando County, it's just what you do.
We're here to help each other. We do all we can for each other. It's all we got.
And of course we know, despite that resiliency, it's going to take the county some time to bounce back. And to help folks with that, county leaders say they're partnering with the state and federal government to help people assess the damage in the coming weeks. In Spring Hill, with photojournalist Josh Woodston, I'm in-depth reporter Rochelle Alleyne.
This is wild. I have never seen anything like this. At Tampa International, we find holiday colors in the one place no one wants to see them.
Yeah, I don't know where my luggage is.
And those delays and cancellations mean travel nightmares for many. So we put marker to whiteboard to find out what travelers felt were the best and worst things about leaving town this time of year.
Let's go. We had a holiday cruise for Christmas, and everything went smooth there.
We met people like Carlos Davis, whose family is stuck in Florida after their flight back home to Arizona was canceled.
So now we have an extended week of being here in Tampa, Florida.
He says they'll be staying with a family friend who's been asking them to visit.
And here we are. We called her up. I said, Kate, can we? This is what you asked for.
Newlywed Matthew Christopher says his holiday started off nice.
The best is obviously going back to see your friends and your family and doing the festive things.
But it ended in a bit of a nightmare.
It's my wife's birthday and our first honeymoon as a married couple, and we don't have our bags.
I'm Rochelle, by the way. It's very nice to meet you.
Same here, Sonny.
And then we met Sonny Ferriolo, who drove back down to the Bay Area after a connecting flight in Louisiana was canceled.
Got here 5 o'clock yesterday morning, back home.
A second canceled flight Monday means he's officially missed a holiday gathering with all of the family. And he says he's now waiting to grab his bags and hit the road again so he doesn't miss another important date out west.
My daughter's getting married New Year's Eve. So the only way I'm going to guarantee to make it there, I'm going to go get my car, put my bags in, and I'm going to drive to Phoenix.
In Tampa, Rochelle Alleyne, ABC Action News.
One month ago, I shared a story with you about a local father-daughter duo that found some antique wedding photos and were hoping to find the owners. Well, tonight, I can report that they found the family who was also local and reunited them with those precious memories. Stereoscope and a guess.
It looks like it was probably not in Florida.
That's all James Shaw and his daughter Claudia had to go on after finding these antique wedding pictures at a local shop.
It's a wedding album.
In March, ABC Action News put out their call for help.
We'd love to give this back to the people who, were part of this.
And the community answered.
It went viral so fast, they found me within minutes.
Frank Ambrosio Jr. tells us those are his parents, Frank Sr. and Jerry, at their Long Island wedding in 1954. The pair moved to the Bay Area in 1958. And exactly a month after their story aired, James and Claudia got to give 89-year-old Jerry her memories back at her home in Largo.
She loved it because she got to see her mother, and all her everybody who was in there.
And Frank Jr. says it's a story that renews his hope in the good happening around him every day.
It's not always bad news on the news, there's always a lot of good, things going on.
Frank Jr. also tells me his mom thinks she may have accidentally left those pictures in a home she moved out of, and that's how she lost them.